anyway, I have some guests in the studio. You can read their article on 1921radio.com. You can read their article on 1921radio.com. It's an incredible story. They're here in the studios now to tell their story. I'm going to let them introduce themselves right now. Can you please introduce yourselves to the WVOM family and the 1921 Radio family, please?
I am Sylvia Emua.
Hello.
Yeah. And I'm Augie Emua, and we are Dinobi Detergent, but right now we are also Dirty Laundry by Dinobi Detergent.
I love that. Now explain Dinobi Detergent. Where did you get the name from? First of all, the name is dope.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So the name actually is from my heritage. So my dad is.
Where are you from? Cleveland? Oh,
Nah,
Nigeria. Okay.
South side of Chicago.
South side of Chicago.
But pops is Nigerian or whatever.
Okay.
So he's Igbo.
Igbo.
So,
Okay.
My dad actually has an interesting story. He was a child. He was a youth soldier in the Biafran War. Biafran War was one of the ugliest civil wars in Africa.
Wow.
It was one of those wars where all the imagery from remember back in the day to feed the children.
Sure. Yeah.
All that imagery came from the war that my dad fought.
Wow.
2.5 million people died in that war. My daddy didn't.
2.5 million.
Millions and millions and counting. They stopped counting after a certain period of time.
Wow.
And it's crazy because so much of that war was, it's sort of facilitated by the powers that be outside of the continent.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, the folks that were in that war, that were the victims of that war, they were victims at the direct hand of folks that look like them.
Okay. Wow.
So when you think about that level of tribalism, it's crazy. But my dad had a dream. He had hope. He had perseverance. He thought that he was precious. So he named so he would always come to me and say, "Hey, Austin, Dinobi. And I'm looking at this dude like, man, you got me on the south side of Chicago. I tell folks all the time I was African before being African was cool. Wasn't no burner boy and all this
Right.
And man, that man was like, Nobi. And I said, okay, cool. So Sylvia knows that story. When Sylvia started to develop the product and we got something solid, she said, what should we, well, I asked her, I said, what are we going to name it? And she said, Dinobi. Wow. So it really truly is after my Igbo heritage, and then our Igbo heritage at this point.
Wow. I just thought the name was cool. I didn't know what it meant. I'm like putting names together. Is it like Diane and something? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But it's a cool name. It even sounds cool saying it, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, give me the Dinobi.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure, for real. So explain to our listeners, what is Dinobi?
Okay, so Dinobi as a product is a 100% plant-based detergent.
I love it.
Brand. We also make other soaps like dish soap. We're also looking to develop some other stuff, but that's a little bit down the line next year. But yeah, so that's basically what we do because we wanted to make sure we were able to offer more premium product, a more clean product, because we did notice more people popping up with allergies, and we also know the environmental issues that are going on right now, especially with water still being an issue in some places. I know we don't necessarily feel it here, but we're starting to see it come up. So trying to be a little bit more earth friendly, that's really the goal. And of course, being sensitive to other people's skin, because that seems to be an issue more than it was before.
So when you say plant-based, I mean, I know it sounds like we know what we're talking about. Like to the untrained ear, what exactly, for our listeners, what exactly does that mean, plant-based detergent?
So it means that all the cleaning agents, surfactants are all derived from a plant. Okay. Not chemically concocted. It's not, like methyl ethyl.
Okay,
it's
sure.
It's definitely derived from like coconut, sugar, things of that nature in order to, and of course combine to work together to be effective.
Wow. So when you look at other detergents that may be in the Walmarts and whatever, when they say clear and whatever, are those really, I mean, obviously I can tell they're not, plant-based, but it gives that perception, right? You kind of feel like it's good for you, whereas Dinobi is actually good for you.
Yes.
Correct.
So the free and clear is just no color to the same thing that they put in the other bottles. That's real, and I'm not being facetious. That's really what it is.
Okay.
It's free and clear.
It's just clear color and free of perfume. That is it.
That is it.
Everything else is the same.
For sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so with plant-based, what is that do for them? I mean, like, so I wash my clothes. I mean, am I going to feel the difference, or am I going to see the difference, or am I going to, what exactly will that do? Because
So,
I mean, you know, we bought Free and Clear for our youngest son because his skin was so sensitive, right? So obviously I need to get some Dinobi because, you know, I mean, he's older now, but we're still focused on that sensitivity part. So how does that work? Like, what are the benefits of it? Because we need our listeners to buy the product.
Right. So the benefits are what we've seen, what our customers have conveyed to us is relief.
Okay.
Probably number one, especially those with eczema, psoriasis, those types of issues, people who have had some other ailments that are sensitive to smell, they get relief.
Okay.
It also cleans your clothes just as, actually better than some of the main brands, because we formulated to only leave water on the clothes so that nothing irritates your skin, and all of that perfume, all that stuff is off.
Wow.
But we also gotta dive a little deeper. So I think it's two things, right? You know, first of all, this is 1921 radio. So you have, like, first the symbolic aspect of it.
Sure.
And you think about the spending power in the black community specifically, especially in a category that Procter & Gamble, Unilever, all these big brands just swallow up, right? I mean, literally, we're spending $500+ billion in that industry.
Wait, 500 billion?
Billion.
We spend the most.
Billion in that industry. We spend the most out of any
group,
cultural subgroup, demographic, period. And amazing advertisers like the Burrell Cats have done some research and found that a part of the reason why we spend the most is because we are constantly trying to focus on being clean. And that comes as a direct correlation to being kidnapped and enslaved.
Wait, what?
Correct.
Okay.
Because when you were dehumanized, right? When you were dehumanized, you weren't given shoes, or you weren't given the resources that you needed to clean yourself up. Once you get those resources, right? Now it's just like, I can't be clean enough.
Gotcha.
So if you look at our cultural norms as a people, oftentimes that's when you start seeing us really focused on cleanliness, right? That's part of the reason why now moving into the actual science behind our product, it really is special, because we knew going in, we wanted to try plant-based, because Sylvia's turning around bottles, and she's seeing chemicals like the ones I'm about to read off real quick. She's seeing chemicals like the sodium laurite sulfates, not safe. Skin and eye irritation is always something that you see with that ingredient, yet it's in so much of the stuff that's on the shelves. You see sodium borate, not safe, but it's positioned as a green ingredient, and it has numerous issues, immune issues, organ toxicity, fertility damage, damage to unborn children. These are some of the things that are in common household products that we are using, right? So Sylvia's like, no, we're gonna do this the right way. Now my wife is like literally the modern day Claire Huxtable to me.
Okay.
She's super classy. I'm from the South Side, I'm from a certain type of neighborhood, and my wife gives me so much grace. She is just such a classy person. She said, no, we're going to create something that is integrity based. And I'm like, oh Lord, I know this is gonna cost a lot of money, but she said our people deserve, she said all people, all skin is precious, and we deserve things that are gentle on our skin that works. So now we go back to the cleaning aspect though. All right, well, how are we gonna get it to clean really well? Because we know we've been using some of this other plant-based stuff and it ain't working. So how are we gonna get it to really work effectively? All of a sudden we landed on sugars. So there's a specific way we do our chemistry that is a trade secret. We own 100% of our formula because it's a trade secret. We use a sugar base and sugar components to make sure that plant-based can actually be effective and get it white, get it clean. Wow. Yeah. So there's two sides of it. It's the symbolic piece.
I love the symbolic piece, which is
where we spend the most, right? We're on 1921. We spend the most on this product, but yet we own less than 1% in that industry. All right. Other piece that is more science and like performance based is that we've eliminated any of these toxic chemicals, yet we still clean really well by using sugars.
This is incredible, because especially the symbolic. Again, 1921 radio, named to honor Black Wall Street.
Come on.
And what we had.
Yes.
Right, a little over 100 years ago, that we had our own thriving community and everything. And to see that this $500 billion.
Come on.
Black people, not everyone.
Black people.
You're talking about just the African American community spends $500 billion on detergents and soaps and whatnot.
Yes, you can find that on Nielsen.
Find it on Nielsen.
Right.
And let me tell you another little thing that's a secret too. A lot of folks don't realize, like most people that get into the detergent bit, because it's such a behemoth, but you can have a really good business if you can, get customers. Most companies that start, man, don't start with less than about a $2-3 million investment. We've seen, you can go on Crunchbase, you can look at the numbers, you can look at these companies. They started about $5 million. We started about 5,000. Right. So I mean, we're truly the sort of mom and pop underdog that's really trying to do something, because for me, Sylvia's background is business, my background is education, and this is equity work for us. But then also, we really, really care about the community, and that's why Dirty Laundry is cool, because we get to share space with the community, learn about the community, and just feel the community. So it's the perfect location, 5230 South Harper Avenue, in the amazing, amazing Harper Court area, historic Hyde Park, where we ran into you.
I know. It's so crazy. Now, I need to know, because what we're going to do is, so 1921, so how does it come? Is it like in a bottle or?
So it is in a bottle, 32 ounces. People look at it and they're like, I got the question today, is that all? That's all you get?
Right.
Yes, that is all you get.
You don't know what it took to put that in.
Right.
I know, right. That is liquid gold, y'all.
Right.
No, seriously. So we also formulated, we put a lot into this formula. Now that we're really talking about it, we did put a lot into the formula to make sure that it was concentrated, so you would get a lot of bang for your buck.
Okay.
The price sounds big to some people.
Sure.
Because you're used to getting the, gigantic.
Yeah, you used to get 800 million ounces for $3.50, but it doesn't do anything.
A lot of it past a certain point is water.
Okay.
So what we're giving you is truly concentrated, it's truly effective, you truly only need a little bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to give, hey Jen, we need to give some of this detergent away for people that could try it. People who could try it. People to try it.
Yes.
All right, so 1921 is going to buy a couple bottles here.
Hey.
So we need caller number, I don't know. Lauren, what's your favorite number?
Huh? What's your favorite number, girl?
My favorite number?
Yes.
30.
30. Okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll take half of that. All right, we'll take half of that. All right, we'll take half of that. Okay, 3. We'll go with 3. All right, so caller number 3, 591-1690. 773-591-1690. You're gonna get the first, and they can pick it up at the
at 5230 South Harper.
5230 South Harper. All right, so you can pick it up. You ain't gotta wait for me to mail it out like I did last time. Okay. So third caller, 773-591-1690. You're gonna get a free bottle of this Dinobi plant-based detergent. I want you to hear what he just. I'm still tripping. Black folks spent $500 billion.
Talk.
On Tide and Purex and all that other stuff. I know, because I was one of them. I'm changing today. Well, I got to finish this talk like I did. I got to get my $3.60 worth. And then after that, I'm thinking about it doubly. But guys, and I've said this before, Black Wall Street, if we had the mindset of Black Wall Street, we literally could, your business, all these businesses could be supported.
Easy.
Every single one.
And look. I mean, literally. So most people, how often do you buy detergent?
Probably. Now that our 2 oldest kids are gone, not as much.
But when your kids were there?
Oh, all the time. I would buy like 5 of them.
5 of them, right?
Yeah, because one sock, 2 socks. It's just crazy. Like, what are you doing?
Right. So if you think about it, this is going to be real simple math.
Okay.
Real simple math problem.
Good, bro. Because I'm a communications major.
If you take a 1-month break, right? All of our families took a 1-month break and just, you know what, cool. I want to at least support. I want to at least make sure I patronize this thing. And even if I don't want to dive into it completely because I know grandmama used that Tide and I'm faithful to it,
right.
Man, take 1 month of a break and decide, shift that over to Dinobi, right? And just see what happens. Literally, if that happened, that would completely transcend and transform the game for our community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just simple math.
It's 780,000 black people in the state of Illinois.
In the state,
780,000 in the state of Illinois, okay?
Let's multiply that by $14.99.
Right, exactly. Exactly. All right, so 10% of 780,000 is 78,000. All right, 5% of 78,000 is whatever half of 78,000, 80, 40, 38, all right, 36,000. So 5%. So let's take even half of that, right? Let's take 2.5%. So 36. If 15,000, 17,000 black folks, 0.5%, 2.5%, were to say, I'm going to support Dinobi detergent this month. And if I like it, I'll buy it again. It's going to last me a long time.
Correct.
All right? So I'm going to try it. And listen, I tell everybody all the time, I'm not telling you what to do with your money. Okay? But you can buy both. All right? You can buy, all right, I'm gonna keep my Tide, because Big Mama was like, Tide is the best. But I'm going to try Dinobi because we're in another time.
Correct.
We're in 2023.
Correct.
Right.
And at the time when Big Mama was buying detergent, there was no black-owned detergent, at least that we knew of.
Correct.
So I'm going to buy Dinobi, and I'm going to buy my Tide. And I'm going to try my Dinobi. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try Dinobi on my clothes.
Correct.
Let the kids do whatever.
Correct.
And then see the difference. So third caller, we're going to give away about, if 2.5% of the black community were to say, I'm going to buy Dinobi detergent, the amount of job, and one of the things I talk about, and they know this on the show,
Correct.
the main reason I say we need to support black-owned business is so we can create jobs in the community.
That's it.
Not waiting on the governor, not waiting on the mayor, not waiting on the president, but the community can literally support enough businesses to create jobs in the community. If 2.5% of the black population in the state of Illinois, let's just say Chicago, 2.5%. If 15,000 black folks were to say, I am going to buy Dinobi detergent, how many jobs will we be able to create? It's phenomenal. And we're gonna, after we get the third call and we take a break, I want y'all to figure that out.
Man.
We got a third caller on right now? All right, go ahead, send them through, please. You're listening to 1921 Radio with Dinobi detergent.
Hey.
You're the third caller. What's your name? You better have a name now. Okay, I'm about to say, girl, don't have me get this to somebody else now. All right, what's your name again? Zorinda on the line. And how old are you on this day? I'm sorry.
Right, you're right.
It's Zorinda. And where are you from? South Side. Where are you from? Hyde Park. Okay, I'm sorry, Zorinda. I'm sorry. You did it, girl. You said Zorinda on the line. Zorinda, you are our third caller. You're about to get this incredible detergent. Do you know where Harper Court is in Hyde Park?
Come on.
Come on, girl.
Come on. Come
10
back.
years ago. Come on now. So listen, I want you to stop by there. What are the hours there? When are you open?
So Monday through Friday, we are open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday, we are open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Did you get that? Say your name again. Zorinda. Did you get that, Zorinda? In other words, don't go there at 6 in the morning. Don't go there at 10 at night. You go there before any time in the middle, you'll be good. So I want you to stop by there. All right, her name is Zorinda, so nobody, because we got a lot of listeners. I don't want to come in there, yo, my name's Zorinda.
Right.
No, I'll write it down. I got you, Zorinda.
All right, so Zorinda, here's what we're going to do. I want you to give your phone number to Jay, our engineer, okay? And that's how we're going to be able to tell it's you, okay? So we're going to give it to the Iwu. Say your name, last name again?
Imua.
Imua. Doesn't that just sound cool? All right, first of all, Dinobi. Imua.
Hey.
All right, I feel like I'm about to.
You said it so well.
Dude, I'm just saying, bro.
He's an Igwe. He's a chief.
Is that what it is? I love it. I love it. Yeah, let me speak to. Nah, I just messed it up. I just messed it up. All right, Zorinda, so make sure you give Jay your phone number, okay? Okay, so don't hang up. Don't hang up because we're going to have 10 Zorindas showing up, and we're not going to know who it is without the phone number. So don't hang up.
One bottle to one Zorinda.
Right, we're giving one bottle to one Zorinda. The actual Zorinda. The way you say it. I like the way you say it. You don't say Zorinda. You say Zorinda. I love it. Thank you for listening to the 1921 radio show, Zorinda. Now don't hang up. Make sure you give your phone number to Jay so we can give it to the Dinobis. I mean, the detergent Dinobis. I'm all over the place. All right. Thank you. All right, so we already know that we're looking for 2.5% of the black population, which is roughly 17,000 people, if they bought the detergent once a month.
Correct.
Right? For a year.
Correct.
$14.
Correct.
$15. Round it up.
Correct.
$15. What is that? Let me see how much that is. I mean, how many jobs can we create? So if 20,000, I keep going up, right? So if 17,000 black folks spent $15 a month for a year to support this black-owned business, that's $3 million. How many jobs can we create with $3 million?
Oh gosh.
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
I mean.
In the words of my Nigerian father, Chineke.
Yes.
That means, oh my God.
I love it. Do you see what the power of the black dollar? We already know it. Every other business, every other company knows what the power of the black dollar can do. When I teach a class in entrepreneurship, I say, do you think they put black people in Ford commercials because, well, they just want to be nice to black people?
Correct.
No, they understand psychology. They understand that if black people see black people driving Ford, they're going to come in and buy a Ford.
Correct.
Okay, it is, and then they learn the buying power of black people.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've heard this before, and again, I'm not telling you to leave your beloved whatever behind, okay? But I am telling you, you need to still support Dinobi detergent as well. You can do both. What hurt black businesses during segregation was that people were like, oh, I don't have to eat at the black restaurant anymore. I can eat at the white one now.
Correct.
And then they completely abandoned the black restaurant.
For sure.
I saw a brother on TikTok talking about this, and one brother said this is what happened to Black Wall Street. They rebuilt Black Wall Street, and it started to thrive again. And then desegregation came, and then everybody left all the businesses in Black Wall Street.
For sure.
Because they're like, oh, now I can eat at the white restaurant. I can ride in a white cab now. And there was a brother who's from North Carolina, there was a Black Wall Street in North Carolina as well. His family owned the bus systems in the Black Wall Street area.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so when desegregation came, black people literally stopped riding their buses so they can sit in the front of a bus. Okay, now I get the significance of riding in the front because you couldn't before. But to say I don't have to ride the black bus now is what hurt us.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm not advocating not riding buses. Okay, all right, I just want to make sure because I know we got some people out there. But what I am saying, you can do both. It put their family completely out of business.
For sure.
You know,
but, and so it doesn't even just stop there, right? Right now, people don't know that in the Chicago area, there's one of the very, very few major black manufacturers. Here's the thing with that. A lot of people don't understand that, yes, you can own a name, you can own a brand, you can have a lease, but do you own the back end? Do you own the infrastructure? Do you own the crop yield, right? We actually have a manufacturer that does that. So not only does it create jobs for us as an organization, and multi-tier jobs too, entry level, mid-level, executive level, it also creates infrastructure.
Yes.
Because that manufacturer, that's our manufacturer, right, is the one that's in line to make sure that we pick up those pieces and keep that thing going, and now you have a full engine. See, a lot of folks, so like the first number is that job number. The first number is that sort of community number, right? The second number is the behind the scenes number. Right? Where literally when you have access to these things, our chemist is an organic chemist that's out of Stanford University. She is a sister. That's who helped us directly to build our product.
Infrastructure. I love that. That's the new word of the day.
Infrastructure.
Infrastructure when it comes to black businesses. That is the word of the day. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I just stuck out.
But it's just interesting, man, because like these folks are friends of ours. They become mentors of ours in this space as we continue to talk through product development stuff. It's just amazing to know that we have that sort of like full pipeline in this historically black power political city like a Chicago, right? And a lot of folks just don't sometimes know that. So we want to make sure that people really understand the opportunity we have to really break into a space. I remember there was one retailer that wanted to bring us on. And it was going to be a good situation for us, but they couldn't bring us on. We found out from an insider that they didn't want to take the risk because they felt like our category would be very much easier to do if it was inside the skincare and hair or food. They were like, if you're doing skincare, hair, if you're doing hair or food, that's sort of like where we see some consistency because we've got proven entrepreneurs in that space. Great, but let's also start to break into some other spaces. Like we love our hair care brands. You see our daughters over there with the box braids. We're gonna do all of that, and we also love our food. Period. Point blank. But then also, what are some of the other things that we can actually do outside of just those segments? So yeah, we found out from an insider that was a part of the reason why they didn't want to take the risk on us because they were just like, okay, well, this is kind of different. Now you have a minority-owned, black-owned business that's in the detergent space. How does that work, right?
Wow.
It's not a lot of us out there. It's a few of us, but it's one of those things where grandmama used Tide and we just, it never got paid by Tide to use Tide.
Right.
Never got supported by Tide to use Tide. But, you know, again, you know, Tide is all, I mean, whatever, right? But.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, it's one of those things where, it's one of those things where you can, sorry about that. We got a group of people coming on board to listen to 1921 radio in a few. And 1921 radio, what did I just say?
1921 radio?
Yeah, we got some people coming on. But it's one of those things, again, and like I said before, is that the amount of jobs that will be created in the community, right? The amount of jobs that will be created. But more than that, that's my new word of the day. I'm just telling you, that's my new word, infrastructure, right? The fact that we'll own the infrastructure of the business, right? We'll own the infrastructure, which means, and here's what happens when you own the infrastructure of a business, right? You can make the changes, you can make the decisions.
Yep.
It's why I tell people all the time that if you can, when you're opening up a business, if you can buy the building,
yep.
if you can own the building, then you are building the equity in that. You own the structure, you own the infrastructure. So when you want to change something, you can change it. And I think what you're saying is the fact that people can now own the infrastructure, that you can create that infrastructure, is amazing to me.
For sure.
Is amazing to me. We're running up on a break here in a minute, but tell people again how they can find more information about you.
Well, you can always visit us at Dinobi, Dinobi, detergent.com. That's our website. That's our bread and butter. Please come on, learn about our product, learn a little bit about our story. But then guess what? You can come over to 5230 South Harper Avenue in Chicago, Illinois, to Dirty Laundry, which is an experience. It's pretty cool how you get your laundry done. Also have some good times. Also talk to us, see us, feel us, experience us. And then you can also save on shipping costs if you come over to our location.
Yeah, because I'm not paying for shipping. So you got to go pick that bad boy up.
Correct.
We're going to have you back on. We're going to keep you on it. We're just going to come up on a break here.
Okay.
But say it one more time how everybody can find you and connect with you.
First thing is, of course, website, Dinobi Detergent, Dinobi, detergent.com. That's our website. Go there, shop with us. If you are from out of town, you want to support, you want to learn about Sylvia and I and our product. Also, social media at Dinobi_detergent on Instagram. And also, Dirty Laundry by, which is an X, Dirty Laundry by Dinobi, also on Instagram as well. But if you are in the Chicago area or visiting the Chicago area, please come to the historic Hyde Park neighborhood, 5230 South Harper Avenue. We are in the building 7 days a week, every single day, team no days off. Please come over, shop with us, drop off that comforter, wash that comforter before you put it on.
I'm about to bring my comforter there. I'm about to bring my comforter.
Don't just toss it in the closet without washing that comforter. Don't wash that comforter with us. And we'll see, man. You know, you can always try our products out as well. We've got a thing going on right now where just to encourage people to try the product, you can get a shot of Dirty Laundry by Dinobi, Dinobi detergent at Dirty Laundry for 25 cents. You can't beat that. Even if you want to.
Wait, I can wash a comforter for 25 cents?
Come on, wash a comforter. Well, you can wash a comforter for the regular price.
Okay, I'm about to say, bro, don't tell me.
You can try the product.
I can bring a comforter for 25 cents. Bro, I'll be there every 2 days. I'm bougie like a bug.
You don't want to see the water bill and the gas bill and the
No, we don't want to do that. But we want to support you so we don't have to worry about that that water bill and that gas bill. And so I'm calling on 2.5% of the population, of the black population in the state of Illinois. Anyone else can come on. Trust me, green does not discriminate.
Not at all.
And it's for everyone, and that's what I love. I mean, everybody wants that healthy.
Yeah.
Correct.
Everybody. This isn't just, whatever. I think the fact that you have two wonderful black people who created it, and plant-based. I've never had anything plant-based, let me tell you, except iceberg lettuce, and I don't even know if that's plant-based. Right? That's about as close as I've come to plant-based anything, okay? So I can't wait to try this. I definitely can't do plant-based food. I am I can go on my little binge and eat a couple salads here and there, but plant-based it sounds like that's what our ancestors used. You know what I mean? Like when they wash clothes or something.
I'm telling you. But the thing with us is, again, our mission goes back to this. It's really, really simple. We're just trying to eliminate toxicity,
sure.
like toxins in everyday household products. We started with Dinobi. We see ourselves expanding past that. But in the home, like the way that we ran into this was literally, I was a stressed out school educator, school principal at the time. Mm-hmm. I'm doing all the things. Sylvia's seeing me in my meetings or going to work, scratching up on my back on the side of the wall.
Right.
The kids are having issues with diaper rash and all types of stuff. She just happened to turn the bottle around.
I love it.
And just happens to say, if I can't pronounce it, and I mean, we had at that time, like we were using like 4 or 5 different brands,
mm-hmm.
4 or 5 different brands.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
But real quick, again, how can everybody get in touch with you?
Dinobi, Dinobi, detergent.com. You can also visit us at Dirty Laundry by Dinobi at 5230 South Harper if you're in the Chicagoland area.
Sure,
if you're in the bustling Hyde Park area,
Indeed.
5230 South Harper.
All right, and we're going to give away another bottle of Dinobi detergent, all right, in the next half hour. So let's say around 10, 20-ish, 10 something-ish, something like that-ish.
Yeah.
We're going to wait up, so you better be listening.
You better be listening.
All right, because what's her name? Zendaya? No. Dorinda? No,
Dorinda.
Dorinda.
It was Dorinda.
Dorinda. I'm up and saying Zorinda. It's Dorinda.
It's Dorinda. Oh my God.
I thought it was Zorinda. My
Dorinda.
bad. Dorinda. My bad. My
Come
bad.
on.
All right. So, all right. It's so great having you guys on. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be back after the